cameras on Facebook. We're Mornings with Matt and Bob. Matt. Bob, say hello to the people.
Hey.
Chewy, say hello to the people.
Hey.
You just said hey into a closed microphone. I really like that.
Thank you.
Special guest here today. We have to let you know that anytime we're streaming live, it's brought to you by Panadas. Eat happy. And Bob?
Renegade Truck Accessories.
Love them.
Renegade Truck Accessories.
Renegade Truck Accessories.
RenegadeTruck.net. And we have a special guest today. Chewy, I'm going to let you introduce our special guest because you procured our special guest. And I think you've been hanging out and doing some extra disc golfing lately.
He has become a show friend, a fellow disc golfer, friend of mine now. And we simply call him Fletch from Austin Beer Works. Fletch, how are you today?
Oh, better than I should be. I am blessed and thankful to be here, boys. Thanks for having me on today.
Fletch, you really took great care of us. We were looking to do one of our day slides, and you reached out and said, come on by Austin Beer Works. We kind of big fans. I want to say that we kind of made friends with Beer Works back in the day. I love design. I love packaging, marketing, all that stuff. But I don't know, for some reason, even when I was a kid, I love designing logos in class, drawing. That's what I would do. That would be my doodles, making logos for companies I like, things like that.
Nice.
And there's a guy in town named Christian Helms Workshop, and he did a lot of the identity stuff for Austin Beer Works, which I've always loved.
Did,
It's
yeah,
that iconic drop with the A in it. All the cans look fantastic. And then one time I noticed that he'd come out, and all of you guys had come out with this marketing. I'm going to call it a ploy, a scam. Something called the 99 pack, which immediately grabbed my attention. I was like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard of. A gigantic box. And we started talking about it on air, that you all were releasing this, and it's kind of how we became friendly with you guys. And I have to let everybody know, Fletch today brought us a 99 pack box here. It is
just
incredible.
A box,
That's okay. We can't drink that much
What is it,
at
about
work.
7 feet
we
tall,
could.
8 feet tall? What is it?
Yeah, about 7, just over 7.
And what does it weigh when it's fully loaded with 99 cans?
I want to say 80, 85, 87 pounds, something like that.
Wow.
It's up there. It takes, and the problem isn't when you first fill it. The problem is when it sits for a little bit and that condensation starts building up.
Oh,
and then you have this wavering 90-pound, 7-foot pylon of beer that is probably sticking out each one of your back windows if you're in a small vehicle,
Well, management's always on our ass to clean this room up. We've decided to go the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
I like how it's going.
We are going to start filling it up with as much crap as possible so that it looks like the inside of a 1980s TGI Fridays in here. And we're going to give a very prominent place there for the old Anytime Peacemaker 99 pack.
Very
I'm excited
cool.
about it. I'm excited about it.
We are honored.
Very cool.
Today is National Beer Drinking Day. Fletch, do you know why it's National Beer Drinking Day?
Yeah, this is actually the day that they overturned prohibition with the, I'm going to butcher the Kalum something or other passed, and we're going to celebrate drinking by drinking, our ability to drink again by drinking.
America has made some mistakes in the past.
Sure had.
Some terrible, some not so terrible, but the prohibition of alcohol, my goodness.
We got some good movies out of it,
We
though.
did. It led
got
to
The Untouchables.
It led to an explosion of crime. It did not reduce drinking whatsoever. Thing to remember that whenever you ban something, it doesn't go away. You just make it illegal. That's really all that's happening. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to those of you out there who want to ban certain things right now. And are doing it. Yes, and then they finally realized, this was a huge screw-up, and they overturned prohibition some 6 years later, something like that. And now we can drink again, and we celebrate every year on this day. In fact, I'm such a fan of the Constitution. I drink every day.
That's your right.
But I do so in memory of the Constitution.
That's what Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson did that for you.
That's right. Thomas Jefferson's beer. Delicious. So, Chewy, what are we doing today with this celebration?
Yesterday, we were talking about beer, and I guess I misinterpreted something. I think you said something to the effect of,
I'm a beer expert.
I can really tell the difference between all of them. And I
know a
sometimes...
difference. He said he could tell the difference between an IPA and a hazy IPA just by tasting it.
That is crazy.
That's nuts.
That I didn't say.
That is a
You
flex.
said that. I said...
I got to change the list.
I said I can look... No, here's what happened.
Add a beer.
I said you can look at beers and pretty much tell what you're drinking. I said, but obviously, we can have them come in We could, maybe talk about the differences. We were talking about doing trivia questions, and then you said we could do a taste test. And I
see
said,
if you know you're a lager from a Pilsner
well,
or
that's
whatever.
somebody said that, and I said, well, of course anybody would know the difference between a
wouldn't.
lager and an IPA. And Chewy, you said there's no way you could tell the difference between a lager and an IPA. And I said, of course you can. Like, that's not even in the realm of, that's easy. And you said there's no way, and you said, I challenge you. And then you and Bob are going to bet against each other, like how many of these I could guess correctly or something.
And then Chewy buys us lunch.
Yeah.
What? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's because they said we got to contest everything.
All right.
So after the contest, you're going to buy us lunch.
We'll use my
where are we going?
So that's
We'll use my McDonald's points.
okay.
I want to get it started because what's great is that we got the camera on. Fletch is going to be able to show the beer to the camera while you're drinking it, and I really want to hear you describe it and guess what it is.
Okay.
Now
So-
it's easy for you because it's all Austin Beer Works, and they have a huge array of
And that's
of
what
beers.
makes it easy?
Well,
I'm putting on a blindfold right now. Thank you, Taboo Toys. I think this was meant to be a giveaway at some point, but we're using it now as the official. Not exactly sure why we're blindfolding. Am I drinking this out of a can?
Just so you can't see the amber color or whatever.
That
you know.
actually makes
here
it
we go,
harder,
here we
I
go.
think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a IPA.
Wait a minute.
That's IPA.
Is there
Nailed it.
anything I can drink while we're playing this game?
Yeah,
I'm not playing the game.
Ball sweat.
these are free to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I want to say thanks
Pass
to
that to
Fletch and
Oh.
to everyone at Austin Beer
Oh,
Works
we
for
all
having
get
us
a
out.
sample.
Yeah, everybody have a little sample.
Oh, we can't. Oh, you can give
No, we
Bob
can't.
the leftover beer.
No, go ahead.
Maybe not.
No, that's all right. No, I'll have the can that the samples are coming from.
Okay.
Because that's one of my favorites you're holding in your hand, right? Oh, that's a clue.
So Chewy, do you want to tell me what kind of a thing that I'm going to get myself involved in here?
Yeah. So I want you to taste this beer.
Thank you.
You can get specific if you want, but I would really like to know is it an IPA? Is it a lager? I don't even know all of the different options that it could be.
Well, and that's a
Fletch.
cool thing that I think Fletch can help folks out with. Like the idea, it's my understanding that there are essentially two major branches. I want to call them branches. I don't know. I'm not a brewer.
Strains of yeast.
Okay, then you've got lagers and you've got ales
Correct. And why do we call them lagers?
because they have been lagered.
Lager, because which comes from the German word to lag. So this is a bottom fermenting yeast, whereas a top fermenting yeast is a lot more active, right? So it also ferments at colder temperatures. So lager, as in to lag, just means it takes longer to make.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I did not know any of that. See, and that's the thing is that I don't know that kind of stuff about beer. I do know what I like to drink. I do know that beer has gotten way more expensive over the years.
And more complicated and convoluted. We're making them into pastry stouts and all kinds of fun stuff now.
Yeah, I will say that the world, and I think now there's a lot more experimentation. But when I was younger, I worked on an oil rig one summer, and then
Oh,
on
he
my
never lets us forget it.
on my break,
Bow.
on the break that I had one summer, I was working overseas, and I had like 4 weeks off, and I just went to Europe, and I just walked around. I stayed in campgrounds, stuff like that. But I noticed something when I was over there that each town had its own brewery, and so when you went from town to town, you would just get beers, and like, oh, it's only available here in this town. Isn't that the way it is in America? And I was like, no, we have like 5 beers in America. That's it, I think. I didn't really know. You know the big brands. That was kind of it. And they were like, no, everybody has they have pride in how many in your local brewery. And I thought, man, that would be so cool to have. And we do have that now, especially on an area like Austin. I still love at the end of the day, a cold, crisp Miller Lite. It's one of my jams forever and will always be. I'm not someone who is I would say is I hate to use the word snob, but I wouldn't put anything out of my, even a crappy beer is okay by me, I guess is what I'll say.
All beers matter.
All beers matter.
right.
There's a place for all of them.
Yeah, and okay, sounds good. So you want to give me something to taste here?
Yeah, Bob put
it's
it right
here.
in front of you.
Hold your hand out.
Now he is blindfolded. You will have to help him. I'm holding up to the camera the current beer that Matt is
That's one of my
trying.
faves. So I'll drink that while I'm watching the FC in
Well,
the
don't
stadium.
hint at it.
Well, no, he does it.
Don't hit on it. But I'm smelling it, and from the smell alone, I want to say that this is going to be Pearl Snap Pilsner. But I'm going to taste it first.
And
I will tell you this. not being able to see a beer absolutely changes it in a way that I can't. But I'm going to go. It's hoppy, but not too pronounced. I'm gonna stick with the Pearl Snap guess on that one.
That's 100%. We can put this.
I think you heard me
Well done.
almost say the P of Bob's beer that he was going
So,
to.
I will tell you that
is it more citrusy?
I think that-
is that a citrus.
it's
note
a pilsner. I know pilsners because my wife does not like a lot of beer, but she will drink some pilsners, and a pilsner is great for summertime drinking around here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, crisp, refreshing. We
Light-
use noble hops
lightish.
in that, so it's not crazy. More of spicy than it is floral, and it's got that great citrus backbone to it.
You knew
That's-
we
yeah,
were going to start
citrus.
out with that.
Yeah.
You knew we were going to start out with that. You
I-
didn't know from smelling it.
God, you're so mad.
You did not know you from smelling it. That's what I'm arguing.
Of all the beers he's consumed of our catalog, I want to say per capita, that's probably the
That's the
most
most common-
consumed
okay,
that
that's
he's,
I
nice
would
on
say
it.
he's
that. Okay,
had.
look,
It's also our most popular.
when we get into things like Peacemaker, Fire Eagle, Flavor Country, Black Thunder, the Sputnik, there are certain labels. What do you call them? Labels, flavors. What do you call
Profiles?
What do you call a different kind of beer?
It's just the
Label?
brand, the style of beer, right?
Yeah, but
So-
those you don't call them like. Is that a style? If you're talking about
Oh, Pearl
beers
Snap's just the name of the beer. It's
That
like
would be
the,
a
the name
brand.
of the song
The
under
style
the band.
is-
but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Pilsner or-
it's not a brand. The brand would be Austin Beer Works,
A style is like wheat.
and then a style. Yeah, but so what do you call an individual label of a beer?
It's the name.
It is just what it is.
It is
It's
what
just
it
brand. All right,
is.
I'm going to
Okay.
hold you. Here's number 2.
Okay.
Put your hand out. There you
Okay, this is
go.
gonna be tougher too without.
By the way, you look very sexy in that taboo you and me silky red blindfold. Increased
Okay.
sexual anticipation.
We are into probably a hazy is what is going to be my guess here, from smelling. And this is a nice pour too, by the way, for a taste test. I think this is about half a beer,
We don't have
I'm
a
used to hanging out with different folks.
which is going to make this a little more difficult as we go through
There's
it.
no spit bucket either, so you got to drink it all.
Yeah, I'm saying that that's a hazy IPA, and I don't know what you currently have as a hazy, and I'm almost wondering if it's not something that's not one of your standard cans, but is something that is a smaller batch or something you just have available at the brewery right now.
It's funny because you already kind of
Yeah.
walked
Close.
over this.
Oh, I did? So I already mentioned this one?
Possibly.
So I'm trying to think of what your hazy is. Is it Flavor Country? Is that your hazy? That's what
no,
I'm
actually, our hazies. I guess we don't really have a,
But
a
you got the
standard
name.
hazy. Mega Ford would probably be the closest.
Well, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna
we're
give
gonna
this
give it
Flavor
to 'em
Country.
anyways.
You got the
it.
you got the brand.
Check and see if that thing is
Celebrating them,
see-through.
yeah.
I bet you can
I
see
know.
through it.
What, does
None
it
of-
say Flavor
No,
Country
maybe
on the
my
cup?
clue was a little bit. Too
No, but it
hard.
says it over here where I'm holding
Oh,
it up.
gotcha.
It's the can. Yeah, you got.
Does he have little screens in there?
I don't know.
So
You
what
can
is
see
the
the
difference?
camera.
That's called a hoppy IP. What's the difference
is-
between a
this is a-
hoppy
Look,
and a hazy?
Let me explain what's happened to you guys right now, okay?
Well,
You know that our days in radio are numbered, right?
Always
I'm
have
trying to get a job over at Austin Beer Works by saying, look,
the nose.
I know the different beers that you have
Yeah.
by smell alone,
Yeah.
by stink
I'll
alone.
like
I'll
a
hand
very-
over my bolo.
It's like a very George Costanza kind of skill.
It is.
Like I got the nose.
There's nothing you can do with this skill other than be in this contest right now. There's no way for me to make money off it. I may get a free lunch out of it.
right.
Hey, weren't you guys gonna bet against each other, like how many of these I can
No,
get?
Chewy's
no.
buying lunch.
Oh,
Already.
you're out of the
No,
the
I
betting
never
now.
said that.
All right, here comes number 3 coming at you.
Throw some
Put your
curveballs
hand
here.
out there.
Need some curveballs.
He's mad for sure that I'm getting as many of these as I'm getting.
All right,
right?
hold up the can, Chewy, to the camera so we can see.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. And I need my cuppeth runneth empty.
All right.
Oh, I got you.
Oh.
Yeah, harping back on Flavor Country, that's actually a Cryo Hop Pale Ale. So
I don't
we
know what
use-
any of those things were that you just said, but
I'm going to
Those are words.
explain them to you. It's just they take the hops and they flash them with liquid nitrogen before processing to retain a lot of the alpha beta acids, lupulin content. So it gives you a little more boisterous nose,
Will you
big
show me the can,
aromatics.
Chewy?
Of the current one?
Of the current one?
Yeah, the one he's drinking now. Let's show it to the camera. So, okay. Oh, another one of my favorites.
They're all your
Okay,
favorites.
that's such a hint.
it's not a hint. And I will tell you that this one is absolutely throwing me right now.
Bob isn't super adventurous on beer, right?
No.
Well, don't help me on hint.
all right.
Wait, what is it? Wait, is this Rambler? Is this Rambler's Sparkling? Is that what you're doing?
It drinks like a beer.
Let's see. It is
I know you've had it before. Well, you've had them all.
It's much lighter.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's a Peacemaker, which is your light anytime ale. Now I feel, now the pressure's on, and I'm starting to feel how
I don't think you should
Chewy
overthink
felt.
it.
This is how Chewy felt yesterday when he couldn't get the phones to dial out.
I think you're using an excuse to drink another sip of beer. I think you know what it is.
I think he's already said it.
So it is the Peacemaker?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
It's a
gonna give you-
Peacemaker.
I'm gonna-
anytime
no,
ale.
I got to give him credit for that because he did say it.
Right out of the gate. Just
Which
not,
I-
and that's a go with your first instinct, right?
And I will tell you,
Yeah.
But what the difference is here between this and a Flavor Country, and you absolutely can taste this. This has a lower alcohol content. I don't know what the difference is between the two of them because that's not something I pay too close. But you could. This one tastes.
It's 5.1, I think. if I
This one is
remember.
lighter and easier, and you could probably crush more of these. That Flavor Country is the one that, as I've gotten older and fatter, if it is a 100-degree day and I'm headed out to sit in the sun in an Austin FC,
Yep.
I don't want to have a bunch of those beforehand. This, I drink all day.
Peacemaker's good. I like the Peacemaker.
All
I like
right.
the name, too. That's the name of a gun, right?
I'm realizing that I do have more of a drinking problem than I'll give myself credit for because it is not even 10 a.m. And now that I've started drinking these, I really want to continue.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm going to get the former one. I don't want you to knock these over, so I'm going to get
Okay.
out of your way. There's number 4.
Okay. And how many total are we doing? 5?
5.
5.
That's number
Okay.
4, and you
Well,
are...
as many as you want. I got.
You
You're
won't go
right.
5
You're-
for 5.
You're 3 for 3 if my score is right.
You're not going to get the exotic, the Zaza curveballs that Fletch is about to throw you.
Yeah. Where's the can, Joe? You got holding it,
Oh, yeah.
holding it
Oh,
up to
sorry.
the...
This one I'm smelling, and I don't know from the smell
We're on
what it is.
Facebook Live right now, by the way. If you
This
wanna-
one's going to be a bit harder. I tried to throw you a curveball by putting
me
the
see.
hoppy
Okay.
one as number 2, but man, I can't believe you ripped Peacemaker right out of the gate. That was perfect.
This is Do you guys make an? This one has a lot of like it tastes kind of. There's fruit, floral, not so much floral, more fruit. Do you guys make like an orange IPA or something?
We do. We make Bloodwork Orange. It was actually a recipe that was drafted up by Nick Pratt, one of our early
This
distro
isn't
drivers,
Bloodwork
who's
Orange. I've had that before, and that's got more of a bite.
Correct.
Now I'm trying to think of your actual beers and wondering if it's one of. But is this something is this in your general cans that I can get in the store, or is this something off of your brewery wall?
This is a seasonal.
Okay, and that helps me a little bit more, maybe.
Yes. While he's tasting Fletch, I'm going to Harry Styles tonight. Is there a particular beer
What would you pair with
from
that?
your canon that you would recommend? What would you pair with a Harry Styles concert?
Nice daiquiri.
A mint Juliet.
Zima.
A Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Pearl Snap's the beer for any occasion.
Okay,
We've got.
But
it
I
over
think
there,
one of
don't
your
we?
flowery cans. I've seen all kinds of like psychedelic cans over. What's that
the
one with the?
Megafauna? Something like is that
look
what
at
it's
the one with
called?
the
That's a great band. Megaflora is one of our other juicy
I
double
think-
IPAs.
I think that Mega Flora would look good in your hand at a Harry Styles show. It's got flowers on it. It's pink and green.
Can we add that to Google on what to wear?
Yeah.
Does that match it?
You pretty much have me absolutely stumped with this one.
Well, it's
I
not one of the
actually
regular.
feel like it might be a hoppy lager, but I can't tell you what this beer is. I don't know.
You're pretty close. So this would be a Märzen lager. This is our Oktoberfest, our Montecore Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Named
Have you had
after
that one
the-
before?
I've never had it before. This is the first time I'm ever drinking this.
Oh, there you go.
And so that's probably why I couldn't name it. And I will tell you that I don't drink really Oktoberfest. Those aren't my favorite. But this is really delicious, and so maybe I'll start now. But I am kind of stoked because I wanted to see Chewy's face when I was able to say this one is a lager.
Rip it
Because
right
he
out of
said,
the
yeah, you
gate.
can't tell a lot. And generally, I got to say, maybe you can back me up on this, Fletch. It's a little hard to go from some of these hoppy
No, I'm
ales
throwing
into
curveballs, man.
a lager and be able to call it. But because this one's a little malty, this one's hard to tell because it's not.
No, it's no shame in your game, man. You're 3 for 4 right now.
The game, can we?
But
Well,
You
no,
giving it to him?
You have to give me. I mean, I called the lager. You wanted me to have the actual name? That's what we have to do now?
Oh, I'll give you half a point.
Oh,
I
God, you're
would
so
say
good.
at least
We're gonna give you.
I would say at least 3/4 point.
Okay,
I mean, he guessed it was
3/4
a
of a
lager.
point,
He's like,
alright.
it's kind of
All
spicy,
right,
and
all
we
right.
do use some spicy hops.
grade
in
with
that.
a
All right, I'll
curve.
give it to you, big baby. Give me that. Give me that. All right, here comes number 5.
Last one coming in.
Hey,
This is
can I
fun.
also tell you? And how are we on the clock?
We're
right at
it
1
doesn't
minute.
matter. We're having a good time, and that's what matters right
got
now.
2
I'm
minutes.
having
worry
a
about
great
it.
time, and
Don't
I got to
worry
be honest
about
with
it.
you. I took more than sips of a couple of those.
Clock, 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 clock,
Yeah,
clock.
that's all we
clock.
hear.
That's all we hear around here.
I'm a clock sucker. All right.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Okay, we're
All
back
right.
in. We're
All right,
back
number
in now.
5. All right. Oh, I know this can too.
We're back in with big floral notes.
Right.
I'm gonna. This is
I know you've had this before.
yeah. It's an ale. It is definitely gonna be a pale ale. It's not like a malty brown. It's
You want to put money on this, Bob?
No.
This last one?
I
Goes
don't
5
know.
for 5?
It's all right.
This is Fire Eagle IPA.
oh my
But
gosh.
you didn't get the
Oh,
ale
he
part
did
right.
he even drink it?
You're
did
a
he even sip it?
master.
But you said ale, and Fire Eagle is an IPA.
No, I mean it's
IPA
it's
still,
an
ale,
ale.
ale.
So he put the
How the
ale in
hell?
Yeah.
Craft beard and stripes.
How the hell
Oh,
you?
craft bearded! Oh my God, I'm in love with it.
Has that not been said yet?
No
I
one has
thought-
ever said
Oh
it.
my
crap,
gosh.
crap bearden? What did you say? Crap bearden? You got 4 3/4 points out of 5, and Chewy's buying us
Incredible.
lunch.
You don't have to buy me lunch. I'm gonna go home and take a nap.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say.
actually. I had no
Wow,
I had no
dude.
breakfast today.
Take
I
an
took
Uber
I
home.
think 4 different allergy pills just to get through the day, and I feel fantastic.
Spectacular.
I will also tell you that I may have eaten a couple of those CBDs that we're repping right
And
now.
a bunch of chocolate chip, big chip cookies.
I feel fantastic. I feel fantastic. In fact, I think we should start saying the F word on air.
I don't know if I should be impressed or sad
I'm
for
super
you.
sad.
I don't
You
know.
should be a little bit sad. I
I'm
think.
super
I'm
impressed.
I'm blown away.
I
This
think
is
you
great.
should be
This
a
is the
little bit
best we've
sad
had.
because this is not a talent that ever makes. I remember one time I took a girl on a first date to a bar, and I broke on 8-ball and sunk the 8-ball. So then we racked 9-ball, and I sunk the 9-ball on the break, and then we played darts, and I immediately was able to hit. And she was like, "God, you're so good at bar games," and that's when I realized I have to find something else to do with my life.
You gotta go
I'm way
hunting
too
or
good
something. Fishing?
with the things that happen.
That's
Yeah, that's it. We'll break
listen.
from here, and because we're going to do a spot, we can't have that on the video. But a shout out to Fletch. Fletch, do you have to get back to the? You want to hang
No,
out?
I'm
for
hanging
the-
out, boys.
Hang
I'm
out with us for a
hanging
little
out.
bit.
Yeah,
We got
sure.
more
cans
cans.
Happy
to open.
Happy to. Thank you.
Big thanks to Fletch and Austin Beer Works, but also go check out Austin Beer Works for sure. Check out anybody who supports this show. There's so many great breweries around the city, and like I said, I think that sometimes when people get really into craft beer, they also forget about the big boys. But the big boys paved a lot of way, and there's room for all beers out there. And if you're not even a drinker,
for everybody.
If you're not a drinker, just enjoy your life, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll go ahead and cut.
Yeah. Thank you, Empanadas, as well as Renegade Trucks.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to our director, Oliver.
Studio is brought to you by Empanadas, available in the frozen food aisle of your favorite grocery store, and Renegade Truck Accessories, your source for truck caps, bed covers, lift kits, window tinting, and custom services.